Pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game has evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House, and at the 3, the small forward.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here is House. And Adams sends it back. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Paul can't get it to go. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. House, the pass to Tucker. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
You think about how many minutes that cost their starters. No question that had an impact on such a close game.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Got a piece of it.
And you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
Now here's Westbrook. It's deflected. Paul against Westbrook. Paul left side. Over Westbrook. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Man, Paul is so nifty at getting his shot off. I mean, even when being crowded defensively.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Second, the Thunder.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Westbrook, and the layup falls.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 22 points in the win against Brooklyn. Baseline J on the way. No good. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Westbrook. That one drops for him. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. 2 points, that one goes.
Timeout.
Westbrook's got 8 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Muscala, he's checked in for Steven Adams.
Well, a chance here to check out Chris Paul. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Muscala with the ball. Now here's Paul. Ferguson for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here is House. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That's a 2 from Ferguson. And too long on the shot.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Tucker the pass to House. Harden outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against a defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran in. And that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter. And there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, James Harden. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Westbrook against Paul. He lobs it up. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career and never gets old.
Here's Westbrook. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Paul against Westbrook. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
I like how Paul is always looking to dish the ball. I mean, he has a pass-first mentality.
Rockets leading by 9. And here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Now, here is Muscala. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 4 on the shot clock. And Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
Here's Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Schroeder, right side. Floats one. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon. Harden's got 7 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Capella. Now Westbrook. Shoots from the block, and it's Houston with another.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 19. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Poke loose. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
And Muscala kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Muscala. James Harden with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Westbrook throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Houston leading by 19 points. Harden with it. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 9.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Up top, Tucker. He's guarded by Schroeder. The 11-footer. Tucker can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Schroeder passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Muscala dishes to Schroeder. Over Westbrook. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Houston's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Now a timeout called by Houston. Now there's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And Chris, how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few, and if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
And the Thunder with some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. Diallo comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Burton subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Rockets also changing it up. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Capella. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Ben McLemore in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Nader. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. First in scoring, second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Now here's Gordon. A 17-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. And that one is hammered home.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Harden missing his last shot. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Burton, no good. Rockets leading by 15. Now here's McLemore. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Hartenstein. A 3-ball. The rebound by Steven Adams. Oklahoma City's gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Shot good by Diallo.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And stolen by Gordon. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
I see him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Steven Adams is out there with Diallo. And it's Nader in at the 4 spot.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Here's Burton. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Burton's got his second bucket of the game to go. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Over Diallo. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Ooh, the lost art of the mid-range J. Gordon just measured it perfectly, squaring up and knocking it down.
Here's Burton. He's covered by Westbrook. Burton, the pass to Diallo. Here's Nader. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Schroeder. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Rivers kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to House. From outside, off the mark. Thunder trailing by 11. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Schroeder finds Diallo. Here's Nader. Just his first attempt. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And the first one drops. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Diallo, and Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Paul. It's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Rivers can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Burton. Over Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. Here's Nader. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. A good 6 men out there, Chris. Coming off the bench, who are some of the bigs that make the biggest impact?
Well, don't sleep on Enes Kanter. I mean, he can get your buckets in a hurry, and he attacks the board to force. That's why I love him. Don't forget about Little Sabo. He has Hall of Fame DNA, and he's making his own name for himself. That's right, Sabonis out there in Indiana. You love the way he comes off the bench, such a steady force. He can do everything for you, so he can replace your 3, 4, or 5 because of his skill set. Pick and pop, post up, shoot, and he'll dunk on you as well.
Good detail. Now here's Paul after Clint Capella's miss. Clock at 4. Paul, no one around him. Wide open shot is on the money. Paul's got his second bucket.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
It's not going to be easy, but they've come this far. I mean, they're right here.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Here's House. And just miss after miss right now. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Westbrook. Up top, Rivers, defended by Paul. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
And the second free throw, good.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now here's Gordon. D right on him. And Adams sends it back. Paul outside. Unloads from 13. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Ferguson.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
For 3, Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bazley.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Muscala, he's checked in for the Thunder. McLemore's checked in for the Rockets. Harden comes in for Austin Rivers. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's McLemore. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll take on Karl-Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a 3-point game. Taken away. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
The first free throw is good. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Nader's checked in, and he makes both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 6.
Yeah, showing how effective he can be. It's crucial that Gordon plays with confidence close to the bucket.
Here's Ferguson, defended by Gordon. Pass to Muscala. Paul for 3. The shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Tucker dishes to McLemore. Pass to Capella. From the left block, and that's off the glass and in. And it's now only a 1-point Thunder lead.
And it's clear why Capella shoots at such a high percentage. I mean, because he picks good shots to take inside.
Paul kicks to Muscala. The Thunder with another miss.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Harden the pass to Tucker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Ball against Harden. Paul outside. Off target with the open look.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
That's a 2 from Gordon. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Harden against Paul. Stolen by Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become #1 this time around. Free throw good from Harden. Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity, but Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Now here's Diallo following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, #1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
For Oklahoma City, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Schroeder against Westbrook. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
The first one falls. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Diallo. Schroeder hits them both. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Knocked away. Harden against Schroeder. The shot's good. Harden's got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Paul passes to Adams. Back to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. And Capella sends it back. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded close outside Westbrook. Back to Tucker. Lob pass to Capella. Ferguson with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Westbrook. Steven Adams making his last shot. Westbrook, the rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's good from Schroeder.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Gordon's checked in for Houston. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The pass to Capella. And Adams sends it back. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Harden, 13 points in the game. Now Westbrook. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for Oklahoma City. Things were falling apart on both ends of the floor, and by the end of the period, they found themselves down by 13. The second quarter was quite exciting as they willed themselves completely out of the hole on a comeback mission and now lead by 1. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace. setting a physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 slot. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Ferguson. Here's Adams. Ball stolen. Harden surveying the D. It's tipped, and they get it back. Can't hit from in close.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Paul outside. Passes to Adams. Over House. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Paul. 6 points for Steven Adams.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Again, Oklahoma City.
I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Westbrook against Paul. And taken away by Paul. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
You got to be careful how you guard Paul. Look, he's adept at drawing contact.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. That's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
First one falls for him.
He's going to finish his career way up there on the all-time steal list. That's one thing I know about CP3.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. The Thunder leading by 3. To Paul. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 13.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. To the right side. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Knocked loose. Here's Tucker. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fifth best, Clint Capella.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Thunder now. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Paul with the ball. 13 points in the game. Over Westbrook. Again, the Thunder score.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's Westbrook. Looking to end the run. And it's Paisley with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Now here's Paul. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Adams outside. Down low. Stolen by Tucker.
I wonder what happened to the guy who had only 1 turnover in the first half. I mean, now his total's way up there.
Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. The Rockets again can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Rockets trail by 10. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Paul outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Harden outside. Right wing. Tucker finds Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 16.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Hey, man, let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams.
And here's a look at numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here's Paul. He's got 18. Muscala, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Here's Harden. Capella trying to free himself up. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from James Harden. Paul passes to Muscala. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Harden. Here's Muscala, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Well, no basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Now a timeout called by Houston. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 23. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 26 points.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Paul looking around. Muscala with the bounce pass. Here's Bazley, guarded by Tucker. The shot by Bazley, no good.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
The Thunder leading by 5. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Ball against Westbrook. Kicks it out to Gordon. Lob pass to Capella. Lock at 6. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Rockets.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Here's Ferguson. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Now here's Westbrook. 26 points for him. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Westbrook's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Houston. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nader's checked in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. And a switch here also for Houston. And McLemore, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dunk that thing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Capella, and it's Houston with another.
And in this day and age, big men like Capella have to shoot. Great to see him working on his game.
Schroeder against Harden. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. No good, unable to end this run. Gordon with no one around. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Over Harden. Misses off the left iron.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Now Schroeder after Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. Nails the 16-footer. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Here's Nader. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Rockets leading by 3. And here's McLemore. Now Harden. He's got 18. And there's McLemore on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Now, here is Muscala. Schroeder. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. So for the Rockets, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Capella, and Daniel House subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Harden draws the double. Here's Hartenstein, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Houston. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and it's blocked. Now here's McLemore outside. It's good from long range. And now it's a 9-point Houston lead.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Schroeder with the ball. Here's Diallo. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets ahead. They lead by 9. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Diallo, also Chris Paul out there, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Paul. Over Rivers. It's rebounded by Houston. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. Thunder trailing by 11. And the pass to Burton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Gordon comes in for McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. And he's good on the second. Houston leading by 10. So here's Westbrook. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Passes it to Burton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Harden's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Nader. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Paul. Count it, and the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Strength and determination. It takes a lot more than that to knock Paul off his shot.
One shot.
And Paul, no good on that one. Rockets leading by 5. To the paint, here's Westbrook. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Here's Burton. The three-pointer, no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Now, here's Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. Here's the three. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Paul. From 12 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
That misses off the backboard. Rockets leading by 11. Here's Harden on the wing. Out left to the wing. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Westbrook against Paul. Shot to stop the run. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Swiped it away. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Got that bucket in no time at all. 12 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Schroeder against Westbrook. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Paul's got it back down to single digits for Oklahoma City. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Westbrook, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Danuel House. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That one a little long.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Left side, Westbrook. And they double up Gordon. The 3. The Rockets with another miss. Thunder trailing by 10. Now throw. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Muscala. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Schroeder. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. And then for Houston, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Capella. And Daniel House subbed in for Eric Gordon. Good on the second free throw. Here is Harden. The pass to Westbrook. Pass to House. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Thunder trailing by 9. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Muscala. 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
The Rockets again can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Diallo. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets leading by 7. Pass to Hartenstein. Here is House for 3. Hands it from downtown.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Diallo the pass to Adams. Schroeder looking around. Adams down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Houston leading by 9. Up top, Rivers. He's guarded by Schroeder. Harden, no good. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Rivers in the corner. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. House the pass to Tucker. Over Diallo. A nice shot by Tucker.
That mid-range jumper was Tucker's shot. When he was a young player, he's more about the 3 now, but not all the time.
And there's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Rivers, great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rockets with the rebound. Tucker dishes to Rivers. Back to Tucker. He kicks to Harden. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the 3-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half. 3rd overall.
Schroeder against Rivers. There's the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. House has got the ball.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Left side, Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Schroeder. Will it go? Paul against Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Paul is doubled. To the left wing. Stolen by Tucker. Harden inside the three-point line. The Thunder pull it in. Schroeder's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Here's Adams. That's tipped. Now Harden. To the middle, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Kevin, Capella has a nice array of moves and shots to choose from.
Thunder trailing by 18. Paul outside. Over Westbrook. He sinks the 11-footer. And that's now 25 points for Chris Paul.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
Harden inside the three-point line, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now here's Paul. Here's the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 27 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Russell Westbrook.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense. And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Now, here's Tucker. Defense is right there. Lets it go with a 3. Westbrook, no good.
Things can turn around in a hurry. Can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing's dropping.
Here's Schroeder. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Harden with it. So we see Houston taking the W here, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. It's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and we came with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.